I knew you'd mess up again. See, God don't care nothing about you. Look at you. Out here in this cave. Folks hunting you down. Like you a dog. Here's tears telling him God don't care about you. Because if he did, he wouldn't allow what happened to you. I'm talking to some of y'all now. The tears telling some of you, told you wasn't pretty and sexy enough. That's why you ran off with that other woman. Some of the tears is telling some of you, knew you wasn't man enough. That's why she got a boyfriend. On the side. Some of the tears are telling some of these preachers. Told you you couldn't preach. Because your own members don't show up. I want to tell you, tears don't last always. Because if they don't stop, how you know how to stop them? Crying don't last always. I want to have somebody. We've been mad. We've been made endure for a night. But I didn't mean to holler. I can take it. And I can understand when other folks talk and taunt me. It's all right? Come on. If you talk about it. Outside. Because I know you don't know too much about it. It's all right if you form your opinion about me. Because I really don't stay with you. My address is something else. I can deal with that. But it takes my mind some getting used to the fact that if it's my own team, if it's my own tears that's telling me I'm no good. If it's something in me that keeps speaking to me, telling me I'm not going to make it. I have to find out that talk is cheap. Even if it is from your own team. You can't take a bath with tears. So I'm going to ask somebody why you're wallowing in. Talk is cheap because it never can buy up to the amount of trash it dumps out. Talk never can purchase the amount of trash it dumps out. This is the reason why you hear and you don't hear them. David had to recognize that if he kept on crying and listening to his tearful taunts, that he lose his mind. I want to ask some honest folks in here. Yes, sir. How many glad that God snapped your mind back? Has anybody ever been on the point of losing your mind? You didn't know why church wasn't that good to you no more, but you kept coming. You almost lost your mind, but you kept coming. And I can't hear my tears anymore. My tears used to be so loud. They would block out what God was saying. Thank God I had some help. I ain't talking about no 12-step program. I just told the Lord, if you don't help me, I remember the old folks said, I won't be able to stand the storm. I told the Lord, like Job, you got to come and see about me. I know you be, I know you got other folks to see about it. I know you may not come when I want you, but you're always on time. So instead of losing his mind, he made up his mind that he remained thirsty for the Lord. Tell your neighbor, remain thirsty. Tell your neighbor, quit that crying. Tell that neighbor, dry your eyes. Tell your neighbor, you wasn't built for stress. Tell your neighbor, you got a holy calling. Tell your neighbor, God is a power. Tell your neighbor, God will work it out. Hallelujah. Yeah. He was ignoring the tears. He was ignoring the tears. Oh my, oh my. Oh my. Can I be obedient? He was ignoring the tears. He was ignoring the tears. Anybody else? He was ignoring the tears. He was ignoring the tears. He was not to say that the tears weren't real. But they don't mean nothing now. And so he began to be thoughtful. Tell your neighbor, thoughtful. He thought about his past.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Verse 4. When I remember these things.
Yes, sir. What did you say?
Tell your neighbor, remember. When I remember these things, I pour out my soul in me, for I had gone with the multitude. Oh, that mean a group of us, a crowd of us was at church. He said, I went with them to the house of God. I wish somebody would see that with me. He said, with the voice of joy and praise. Then he says, with a multitude that kept the holy day. Tell your neighbor, he thought about it. When I remember these things, I pour out my soul in me. What had David remembered? What had he remembered? It is in the rest of verse 4. Tell your neighbor, David thought about it. He thought about where he came from. Tell your neighbor, he thought about where he came from. And I heard somebody say it like this. When I think about the goodness of Jesus and all he's done for me, my soul cries out. Somebody ought to help me finish it. Hallelujah. And I thank him for what he's done. And I wasn't there holding the light when he remembered what he had been through. And I think that this may have been the way he poured out his soul in him. I think maybe he might have clapped his head when he remembered. Some of y'all do that every now and then. I think when he remembered, he may have sung his song a little bit harder than he did last Sunday. I think when he remembered, he may have lifted up his hands. Something he never done before.